Good morning, all. I'm Kamla, Assistant Professor from CSC Department, explaining about loops in flow graph. Before going to loops in flow graph, first of all, we discuss about loops. What is a loop? Why are using loop? Okay. Suppose a particular statement. Suppose I have a statement which I want to execute five number of times or n number of times. In that cases, instead of writing n number of times, I'm writing the statement one time and executing n number of times is called as a loop. And what is a flow graph? To know the concept of flow graph, watch my another video called as basic blocks. Okay, here I have the definition for this loops in flow graph. A graph representation of three address statements called flow graph is useful for understanding the code generation algorithm. Okay, so this flow graph is useful for understanding the code generation algorithm. So generally the graph is nothing but a collection of nodes and edges. So here I have one example for this flow graph. So this is a collection of nodes. Nodes are nothing but these circles are called nodes, and these arcs are called as edges. Okay, so graph is nothing but a collection of nodes and edges. Here these circles represents computations and these edges represents flow of information. Okay, so using this flow graph, today I'm discussing about dominators, depth first ordering, back edges, and graph depth. So what are the dominators? Here, this is my graph. From this graph, I'm explaining about all these concepts. Dominator, depth first ordering, back edges, and depth of the graph. Dominator. In a flow graph, a node D dominates node N if every path from initial node of the flow graph to N goes through D is called as a dominator, and D is denoted by D dom N. So simply the dominator is defined as if X is a node, so X to Y X is a node and I have a root node and I have another node is called Z. So the information from root node to Z is passed through X. Hence, X is called as a dominator node. So this is the definition of dominator. If the information from root node to any other node is passed through a particular point, then that particular point is called as a dominator. Every node dominates itself. Okay, so based on the above graph, we'll discuss who are the dominators. The root node is a dominator, or root node dominates all other nodes in the graph. Okay, here I have a node 1. Node 1 dominates every node, and node 2. Here node 2 dominates itself. Why? Because actually according to the definition, the information from root node to remaining other nodes, if it is passed through 2, we can say that 2 is the dominator. But here what happened, from this root information, the can be passed other than 2, can also pass it through, passed through 3 to the remaining nodes. Hence, we can say that 2 is the dominates itself. Next, and node 3 dominates all other nodes except 1, 9, 2. Here observe node 3. From node 3 only the root information is passing through node 3. Hence, node 3 is called as a dominator to all these nodes except node 1 and node 2. And coming to next node, node 4. Node 4 dominates all but 1, 9, 2, 3. Okay, here node 4 dominates all the nodes which are below the node 4 except 1, 2, 3. And similarly node 5 and 6 dominates only themselves. Why? Which is dominates themselves means since flow of control can skip around either by going through other node. Here observe node 5 and 6. We are saying node 5 and 6 are dominates themselves. Why? Because the root information is passed through the remaining nodes through 5. Then we can say that 5 is a dominator to these nodes. But here, instead of 5, we can also pass information through 6 from 1 to remaining. That because of that, we can say that 5 is not a dominator node. And similarly, coming to the 6 node is also not a dominator because the root information passed through 8, 9, 10, and 7 through 5 instead of 6. Hence, we can say that 5 and 6 are dominates themselves. And node 7 dominates 7, 8, 9, and 10. Node 7 dominates itself 8, 9, and 10 because from this root information is passed through 8, 9, 10 through 7 only, and 7 is called as a dominator. Next, node 9 and 10 dominates. Node 9 and 10 dominates only themselves. Here, observe node 9 and 10 because from root 1 to 9 information is passed through 8, and similarly root 1 to 10 information is passed through 8. We can say that 8 is dominates 9 and 10, and similarly 9 and 10 are dominates itself because we can transfer the information via 1 to 10 or else 1 to 9. So this is called as a dominators. And next, dominator tree. What is a dominator tree? The way of presenting dominator information. The way of presenting dominator information is in a tree called the dominator tree, in which the initial node is the root node. The parent of each other node is its immediate dominator. So observe here, initial node is the root node. The parent of each other node is its immediate dominator. Suppose observe here, 1 is the root node, and then coming to 2, and 2 is the 2 nodes immediate dominator is 1, and coming to 3, 3 node immediate dominator is 1, and coming to 4, 4 node immediate dominator is 3, and coming to 5, 6, 7 immediate dominators are 4, and coming to 8 immediate dominator is 7, coming to 9 and 10 immediate dominator is 8. Now how to construct these immediate dominators? Okay, here I'll explain how to construct the immediate dominators. Immediate dominators. Each node has a unique immediate dominator. In that is the last dominator of n on any path from the initial node to n is called as an immediate dominator. For example, here I'm calculating immediate dominator to 1. How to calculate immediate dominator to 1? D of 1 is equal to 1. This node is dominates itself. And coming to node 2, and observe the diagram. In node 2, okay, node 2 dominates itself and 1. It can be represented as by the following. To calculate this immediate dominator can be represented as D of 2 is equal to node 2 dominates itself 2 union and its immediate dominator D of 1. Observe the diagram carefully here. Node 2 is having link from 1. So take dominator of 1. So because of that, here I represented D of 2 is equal to every node dominates itself 2 union D of 1, that is equal to 1 and 2. So the immediate dominator of this 2 is called as the 1. And similarly, I am calculating node 3 immediate dominators. So the node 3 immediate dominators are nothing but a, here observe the graph. So the 3 is having links from 2 node and 1 node and itself. Okay, sorry. And is also having link from 4 and is also having link from 8. Okay, so using all these edges, the immediate dominator is calculated as d of 3 is equal to 3 itself union intersection of all the remaining edges. So d of 1 intersection, d of 2 intersection, d of 4 intersection, d of 8. Because node 3 is having link from 1, 2, 4 and 8. Now take 3 is represented as 3 as it is union, and d of 1 just now we have calculated it is 1 intersection, d of 2 just now we calculated 1 comma 2 intersection. This d of 4 till now we not calculated d of 4. In that cases take all the number of nodes in a graph, so that the number of nodes in a graph are 1 to 10 nodes. So directly I represented intersection of 1 to 10 intersection. D of 8, d of 8 also we are not calculated, so take this node is also 1 to 10 nodes. Now take the intersection of all these edges. Okay, so 1 3 union intersection of all these edges. Here the common element is 1 only, so take 1 from all the remaining sets. So the d of 3 is 1 comma 3, hence the immediate dominator to 1 is 3 is 1. Next, d of 4, d of 4 is itself a dominator union, and 4 is having link from 3 and 7. Observe the diagram. 4 is having links from 1 is 3, another one is 7. So now its immediate dominator is calculated as d of 3 intersection d of 7. 4 union d of 3 just now we have calculated, that is 1 comma 3 intersection d of 7 we are not calculated, so take all the universal set from the given graph. So the universal set from the given graph is 1 to 10 nodes. Now the common elements intersection of this element is 1 comma 3, 1 comma 3 union 4. So 1 3 4. Immediate dominator for 4 is 3. Now similarly calculate immediate dominator for 5. So immediate dominator for 5 is itself and 4. So 4 you already calculated 1 3 4, and this 5 1 3 4. And similarly calculate immediate dominator for 6. Immediate dominator for 6 is 6 itself and d of 4. D of 4 is 1 3 4, and this 6 1 3 4 6, and d of 7 is equal to d of 7 itself union, and this d node is having link from 5 6 10. So all these nodes are just now we calculated d of 5, d of 6, d of 10 we are not calculated, take the universal set. So from all the intersection of all these sets, then you will get 1 3 4, and this d of 7 is 7. So the immediate dominator of 7 is 4. Next, d of 8 is equal to d of 8 union d of 7, because 8 is having link from 7 only. 7 just now you have calculated 1 3 4 7 and union of 8. So then the list is 1 3 4 7 8. And similarly for 9 itself and is also having an edge from 8. Now take the union of these two. And similarly for 10 itself and which is also having edge from 8. Now take the collection of or union of 8 and 10. So this is about the immediate dominator. So based on all these immediate dominators, then the dominator tree is constructed. So first is the root node, and the 2 node immediate dominator is 1, because of that given the link is from 1 to 2. 3 node immediate dominator is 1, because of that we given the link from 1 to 3. And coming to 4 node is immediate dominator to 5, because you see before 5 we have a 4, and uh, also immediate dominator of 6 is 4, and also immediate dominator of 7 is 4. Okay, so because of that from 4 I given a link to 5 6 7. Now 7 immediate dominator. 7, okay, 8. 8 immediate dominator is 7. So that it is having link from 7 to 8. Now 9 and 10 nodes immediate dominators is 9. So because of that, 8 to 9 is one edge and 8 to 10 is another edge. So first of all, if you know the dominators, identify the dominators, then construct the immediate dominator based on its edges, and then if you know the immediate dominators, then construct the dominator tree. So this dominator tree is constructed based on all these immediate dominators only. Okay, this is about dominator tree. Now what is the depth first ordering? The depth first ordering is nothing but a, here construct the depth first search tree for the given flow graph. So this is my given flow graph. So for this given flow graph, here I'm trying to constructing the depth first ordering. Suppose here I have a connection from, actually according to the depth first ordering means we should visit or we should traverse in the maximum depth, then visit the unvisited edges in the graph. Suppose here I have a 1, 2, 3, and then from 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 7, 7 to 8, 8 to 9. Okay, now backtrack and visit the remaining edges which are not visited. So here from 8 again I visited at 10, again go back from 7, go back from 5, go back from 4, check is there any unvisited edges. Yes, 6 is unvisited, visit that node, again go back and again check is there any unvisited edges. Yes, 2 is a unvisited edge, visited. So this is called as a DFS. So the same depth first search tree I constructed here. So 1 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 6, 6 to 7, 7 to 8, 8 to 10. So this is the maximum depth I visited. Then again I'm backtracking and again I'm checking is there any unvisited vertices. If which contains any unvisited vertices, visited. Now from 8 I visited 9, then again going back, going back, going back, going back. From this 4 again I'm checking is there any unvisited vertices. Yes, visit 5, go back, go back, go back, and from 1 check is there any unvisited vertices. Yes, visit 2. So this is about depth first search tree. And from this tree, and based on the graph, if it contains any links, represent that links with a dotted line. So all these are called as a back edges. All these are called as a back edges, and this is called as a advancing edges. So which are moving only in the forward direction. Okay, so all these dotted lines are called as a back edges. So which is moving to back, hence it is called as a back edges. Okay, now what is a pre-ordered traversals? The pre-ordered traversals is nothing but a pre means first visit the root node, then visit its left node, then visit its right node. So for this particular graph, for what is the pre-ordered traversals? The pre-ordered traversals is nothing but a 1, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 10, 5, 10, 9, 5, 2. Observe here. So from this graph, first visit the root node, then root node, its left node. Left node is again root node, and visit that root node. Again check its left. Left is again root node. Visit that node. 4, 6, 7, 8, 10, then 9. Go back, go back, go back. Then 5. Go back, 2. So this is called as a pre-order traversals. Now what is a post-order traversals? Post-order traversals is nothing but a first visit the left node, then visit the right node, later visit the root node. Okay, so this is my root node. First I want to visit the left node, but This left node is what? Again root node. Go it left node. Its left node is again root node. Go its left node. This is also again root node. Go its left node, which is also again a root node. Go its left, which is also again root node. Go its left. Okay, now its left is 10. Its right is 9. Its root node is 8. Then 7. Then 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So this is the post order traversals. So the reverse of post order is called as a depth first ordering. See here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is called post order, depth first ordering. So the depth first ordering is nothing but a reverse of post order. Okay, in the above graph we discuss what are the back edges. So all these dotted links are called as a back edges. The straight lines are called as a advancing edges. And here I have one more edge is called cross edge. Cross edge is nothing but a M to N. Suppose I have a link from M to N, that neither M nor N is an ancestor of others, is called as a cross edge. Observe here the links 2 to 3 and 5 to 7. These two edge, this one and the 5 to 7 edge and 2 to 3 edge are called as a cross edges, and the remaining edges are called back edges. And according to the topic, we have to discuss one more topic is called depth of flow graph. What is the depth of flow graph? So the depth of flow graph is nothing but a maximum number of edges which represents the flow. Okay, or the maximum count of back edges is called as the depth of flow graph. Suppose here I have a one back edge, so its count is only one depth. Here I have one back edge, its count is only one depth. And coming to here I have one back edge, count is depth is 1. From here to here I have one more back edge, depth is 2. From here to here I have one more back edge, this is depth is called 3. So the maximum depth is called as a depth of flow graph. So this is about loops in flow graphs. Thank you.